I'm judging your backup skills. Confidence was high today, possibly too high. Good morning from the van. Today we are getting the rails out. We have finally found the tools we need to get the rails out, and hopefully the rails come out without having to cut them. Exhibit A.
It's gonna be really loud.
We also have people coming to pick up the chairs possibly today, so we will see how that goes. Alright, do one for the crowd. We have a demo.
Oh, this is the demo?
This is the demo.
We started with an impact wrench and it wasn't enough. So we tried creativity. We used a bar from a pool net as a breaker bar.
Tube.
And you just put it on there like that.
Lefty
And you push really hard to bust it free.
And there she is.
And shockingly, it worked.
Ta-da!
Those things are chalk.
Just like that. Just a little bit rusty.
Ta-da!
Once one came free, the rest started moving. Slowly, but moving.
Once we got started, things actually started going pretty smoothly. Progress was happening, which felt unfamiliar. And then that ended.
Anyway, our last two were a little rusty and stuck.
You got a hammer?
With a little WD-40, we were able to break them free and finally have a clean floor.
Buddy. Got almost all the rails out.
When you buy a passenger van instead of a cargo van, you get to deal with a lot of extra steps.
Almost all.
Bonk!
We were finally able to start demoing the rest of the walls and ceiling. These plastic trim removal tools were slowly becoming our best friends.
I got no idea what I'm doing.
That's why we're filming it, just in case it's a disaster.
Ouch! My fingy.
It definitely has electric, right?
Well, yeah, it's a light.
It's electric!
So I think the rest of it's just glued.
Alright.
So we're gonna pull it down.
Okay.
We have to be careful of this because you can't pull straight down. We're gonna have to go like at an angle and then out.
Alright.
But we have to get the electrical out first.
Okay.
So we're gonna pull it down.
Untuck.
Untuck.
Forward. And out.
Yeah. Just like that. What could go wrong?
Okay. Holding. If you can feed. Or unplug.
Yeah. Some idiot tried to go the wrong way with the light though, so now it was me.
Hello.
I'm such an idiot. Ceiling removal is mostly patience and gravity.
Thank you, mini tool set.
My trim tool removal kit off of Amazon. Shout out Amazon. Not a sponsor, but
Linked in the description.
okay, I don't know that this one's glued based on the fact that that panel
It's already
almost fall off.
I got arms. Hold on.
Once we figured out one panel, it was basically rinse and repeat.
So, we are going to attempt to get the airbags off. We have a passenger van, so we need these clips basically to not read an error code because the airbags are missing. We also already went through before Osmo or after Osmo broke, I don't remember, and disconnected the battery under the driver's side seat and let that drain for a few hours so that there is no electricity to these so they do not accidentally explode.
Hopefully. At least that's
the goal.
theory.
That's the hope. That's the working theory.
So this is just a trim removal tool kit thing. You just put that corner in that bottom and then pull out. And then that's disengaged. And you just pull the whole thing out.
We will link the Amazon clips we bought. They are clips from Amazon, and they should plug into these after we get the airbags off, and our engine will not have error codes on it. Now we clip in.
So the fuse just kind of goes into there like this.
Clip.
And then you're good. The
And
orange
stick
part
that.
doesn't click back in. So we'll probably just wrap this whole thing in electrical tape.
Yeah.
Make sure that it's
Gear.
solid, but then you just tuck that back inside the frame. Get these seats out of my garage.
At this point, we had to take a break from the scary airbags to get the seats out of our garage.
Oh, God.
Oh god, my leg is falling off.
You're rotating early.
Sorry.
The 3 wide is
I got asthma.
a bit much.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to know how much these actually weigh.
A lot. Today, we have somebody from Marketplace coming to pick up our chairs. So now we'll have more space in our garage for the rest of the stuff we need for our van.
There's already been a lot of boxes showing up
Yeah.
and nowhere to put them.
Shout out Amy from Marketplace. We sold the seats.
Seats are gone.
They were so nice.
They're so nice.
And they
They
have...
took a lot of our extra pieces that we didn't need that maybe they need. So
Yeah, so that's cool.
it was a good win.
Shout out to our homies who bought our stuff. Cal just pulled all of these vents down, and when you have a passenger van, you unfortunately have to deal with air vents being all over the place, so those are coming down. The other issue we are currently facing is that our airbags are routed all the way down towards where we sit, so we are going to, on both sides, have to, thank you flight attendant, have to get that off, and possibly some of the dash. Boo.
So we're
So,
just gonna continue on tearing some stuff apart that we have to do because we have a passenger van.
Yay,
Yay,
passenger van.
So we can insulate and install sound editing. So we've watched about 10 minutes of YouTube tutorials on this process, so we're pretty much pros at it by this point. So it's pretty much
Me.
just removing the headliners.
We started by removing the headliner while Cal finished up taking down the air ducts. This took a lot longer than I expected it to, and I needed a little bit of help. We got all the screws out on both sides, which removed the headliner, this guy over here. And then the airbags were inside of these. We did not take the dash off. We were able to pull this out with some force and get the first clip out. And then we were able to pull the airbag out, and it's connected by string. So we're going to remove the tape and unconnect that.
I think we just cut the string. I think it's just sewed into the airbag.
Oh, okay. To
but
hold
it's
it
not-
up.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
to hold it in place, I guess. I don't super know.
I don't think it's connected to like these airbags. Okay.
But we can just cut the string and then
Right.
tuck whatever
Right.
is left is
Back in.
back into the
Yeah.
side.
So you do not need to take the dash off. You can literally just pop this piece out.
Yeah, just pop
These
the
clip
front
back
part off.
in, and then you can easily get the rest of your airbag out. And then once you unscrew everything and drain the battery, then you can safely remove all of your passenger van airbags.
So you can actually unscrew every single side screw for the airbags that is being held in place, I guess, if that makes sense. But then the actual gas tube is still holding it up. So there's no screws in the sidewall airbags currently. All you have to do is lift up the airbag and then pull it out. So it's kind of like a safety clip, so you can actually undo all the screws before dangling the airbag there. So
it's airbag removal time.
Now that we were absolutely certain the airbags were not going to explode, we could finally get them off our walls. It was at this point that we realized we never took the panel off of our sliding door, so we got to work on that. Or Callan at least tried to.
ooh, that's to close the door. I think we can now go back in the van to take it apart. Oh, but I need to be in the van when I take it apart.
Hey, yeah.
That could be good. I would imagine. You know, never believe it's awesome. Give her a gall yanking. Ugh. I'm slipping. What the heck? Can it not be closed all the way? That's probably my luck. Or did I miss? I missed a screw. Back out we go. No way. No way. No, it's just really clipped in there. Yeah! Yeah! Got the panel. I am displeased with what's underneath the panel, but I got the panel.
I'm gonna cover it up anyway.
And now we are dealing with a very difficult problem, which is putting our wire harness back in the wall. And that was where we had to leave it for this week. We'll see you next week when we start cutting holes in our van.
Down in Coca Cabana.